How is it going, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning into this video, and as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, the old extended cab lives again. It's not 100% perfect, of course. It runs strong. It just doesn't run the absolute best. Now, of course, if you've been tuning into the little series on the extended cab specifically, it is a 95 Chevy k2500 with the 6.5 turbo diesel, and it was suspected by the previous owner and the owner before him that it was bad head gaskets is why it was running really poorly. And as much as I would love to take everybody's little bits and pieces of information, that was not the case with this one. In the last video on this series, or the last that y'all saw of this truck, I put new batteries in it and moved it out of the way, and it's been about 3 weeks now since I had done that, and I've also figured out the running issue with it. The issue being this little nasty thing right here. So this is the turbo out of said extended cab, and you can see a lot of oil residue here in the inlet of the turbo, and you can also see a lot here and here in the exhaust. So just wanted to show y'all this, if I can get it to stand up properly. She's whooped. So that's junk. And what was happening was, where that turbo is so wore out, the bearings are gone, obviously, and that caused the seals to fail. What was happening was the oil going into the turbo for lubrication was being pumped into the turbo, and when those seals failed, it was just pumping oil directly into the intake. Verified this by removing said intake hat, or intake horn, if you will, this little piece right there, and starting it up. Oil went absolutely everywhere. This turbo was just pumping oil directly into the intake, which is why we're having excessive smoke. Now, that's not to say that it couldn't be a bad head gasket, seeing smoke, but it's the color of the smoke. If you want more information on that, I did make a video about the different colors of smoke that you would see, what problems you may run into with that. But, yeah, figure we'd start her up, let you guys hear it. It doesn't run the absolute best, but it definitely runs a lot better than before, so. That's a little better. So, she's running smooth. She does have a little bit of a rattly sound in the front. That isn't the end of her issues, of course, but there's no smoke, so it's not burning any oil anymore. And she just, again, has a little mist here and there, but I equate that to the weak lift pump, and she is quiet. Realistically, no noise coming out of the tailpipe. Definitely the quietest 6.5 I've ever owned. And in that time, I've managed to clean out the bed. These fifth wheel rails will be going in the wife's dually. As most of you know, if you've been tuning into this little project of the extended cab, this one's going to be getting a service bed, but the extended cab dually is going to be our tow pig. Yeah, so I've literally been driving this around for the past 3 weeks now. I've put 808 miles on it, and I've gone 313 miles and it's gone half a tank. So I'm doing a miles per gallon test currently, just to see what this one gets. I can tell you right now it was better than my crew cab. But just the interior of this thing, super clean. The standing is from me, of course, after work. I got toolkit over there. The back seat's got some Milwaukee stuff, but it's been great. No real issues other than that weak lift pump so far. So she's been my daily driver, and for the time being she's going to continue to be my daily driver. You also may notice that there's a little bit more paint missing off of her. That Olympic white, that factory GM Olympic white. I don't know what happened, but the paint just flaked off. And of course it is a 95. Truck is just as old as me, and she's gonna show her wear here and there. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a quick update of what's going on with this one. I have been driving it the past 3 weeks, and I absolutely couldn't be happier. 2 batteries and a turbo, and she is up and running. I paid $1,400 for this one and $1,400 for the wife's crew cab over here back at the first of this year. So 2 batteries and a turbo, I can't complain too bad for $1,400 bucks. And I just ripped the turbo and batteries out of my smashed crew cab. So a win for me on that aspect. I gotta get a lift pump still, but for the time being I'm gonna roll around with it. So the next video is gonna be on the wife's crew cab. If you can see right there, I did order an A-frame gantry. I just got it in. So my plans are I'm going to rip the bed off of this one and put that on the scrap trailer. Gonna rip the bed off of the wife's crew cab and put it on my extended cab for the time being until I can get a service bed, or when I'm ready to really start tackling this thing, making it look all right. And then after I get the bed off this, then it's all crew cab time, because I want to get this thing done like right now. So the bed's gonna come off it. I gotta get all of this stuff out of the bed. That's the transmission transfer case out of this thing. Once I get the bed off, that'll expose some of the frame. I'm gonna lift the cab off of this one, and I'm going to pressure wash the frame and get it nice and clean so I can get the frame done, and then set the cab back on it, and then paint the cab and the bed. Yeah, it's been a little bit since I've been actually recording videos for y'all. It's been at least 3 weeks, which is why you'll see the four-wheeler videos pop up here and there. But yeah, I needed to take some time to get the smashed crew cab situated. And of course the wife's dually got a new hydro boost, and it got the intake, the SMB intake out of the crew cab. Other than that, I've just been really busy with family. Baby's due soon, so Andy will be at 39 weeks this Monday. So yeah, it's almost go time, but that will free up a whole bunch of time for me to really start plugging away at the her crew cab. And then I did get a quote to have my crew cab fixed, so we'll see where that goes. But for now, I'm gonna be driving around an old well, I can't even call her Smokey anymore because she don't smoke. So this is my daily driver. I'll keep you guys updated on this one. Andy's been driving her dually around. This has been her daily forever, so lots of good stuff gonna happen to this one eventually, but the absolute first priority as far as the trucks goes is that crew cab over there. So I'm gonna get it spun around, rip the bed off this one, sell it for scrap, take the bed off that one, swap it around, and then get that thing ready to rock and roll. So a lot to do, very little time to do it, but thank you all so much for watching. If you're interested in any of these trucks individually, go check out the playlists on those. Fucking cicadas, shut up. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you legends in the next one.